Have you ever wondered why some people work hard all their lives yet struggle financially, while others seem to make money effortlessly? Why do some people talk about security, while others talk about freedom? This is the central question that changed Robert Kiyosaki's life, and it might just change yours too. Today, I want to share with you the lessons I've personally learned from one of the most powerful books ever written on financial education, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. This is not just a summary. This is a story about mindset, money, and freedom, told through the eyes of a child who had two fathers, one rich, one poor. And what he learned from both changed the way he saw the world forever. So, sit back, listen carefully, and let's grow 1% every day, starting with your mind. Lesson 1. The Two Dads, Two Different Mindsets. Robert Kiyosaki grew up with two father figures. The poor dad was his biological father, well-educated, highly respected, a man who valued stability and traditional education. He believed in going to school, getting good grades, and finding a secure job. The rich dad was his best friend's father, a businessman with little formal education but a sharp understanding of money and investments. He believed in financial education, in making money work for you, not the other way around. From an early age, Robert was caught between two sets of advice. Poor dad said, "Go to school, get good grades, and find a safe job." Rich dad said, "Learn how money works. Let money work for you." This contrast became the foundation of the entire book, and the starting point for changing your mindset about wealth. Lesson 2. The rich don't work for money. When Robert and his friend Mike were just kids, they asked Rich Dad how to become rich. Rich Dad smiled and said, "If you want to learn to be rich, you have to learn how to make money." He hired them to work in one of his stores, paying them just 10 cents an hour, less than anyone else. After weeks of working hard for almost nothing, Robert became frustrated. He felt cheated. He went to complain to Rich Dad. Rich Dad laughed and said, "Good. That's exactly how most people feel about their jobs. They work for money, but they never learn how money works." He then gave the first lesson: the poor and the middle class work for money. The rich make money work for them. What does this mean? Most people trade their time for money. They get a paycheck, spend it, and repeat the cycle every month. But the rich understand that money is a tool. They use it to buy or create assets that generate income even when they're not working. The key takeaway: don't chase money. Chase knowledge. Learn how money moves, and how to make it work for you. Lesson 3. Why teach financial literacy? Rich Dad taught Robert that it's not how much money you make, it's how much you keep. Many people earn well but still end up broke because they don't understand one simple concept: the difference between assets and liabilities. He defined it very simply: an asset puts money in your pocket. A liability takes money out of your pocket. Most people think their house is an asset. But if your house constantly takes money out through EMIs, maintenance, and taxes, it's not an asset, it's a liability. True financial intelligence is knowing what to buy that increases your income, like rental properties, businesses, stocks, or intellectual property. The rich focus on acquiring income-generating assets. The poor and middle class focus on working for income and buying liabilities they think are assets. That's the great trap, and that's why financial education is the foundation of wealth. Lesson 4. Mind your own business. Most people spend their entire life minding someone else's business, their employer's business. They work hard, make profits for the company, and think they're safe because of a paycheck. But Rich Dad told Robert, "You must mind your own business. Build your own asset column. Even if you have a job, start building something of your own. An investment, a small business, or an idea. Your profession and your business are two different things. Your profession is what you do for money. Your business is what will make you free. Start small, but start now. Keep a separate mindset, that even as you work for someone else, you are quietly building your own financial freedom." Lesson 5. The history of taxes and the power of corporations. Rich Dad explained that the rich understand something most people never learn: how taxes work. When ordinary people earn, they pay taxes first and spend what's left. The rich, through corporations and legal structures, earn, spend, and then pay taxes only on what remains. Corporations allow people to protect their money, pay fewer taxes, and invest more. It's not about cheating the system, it's about understanding the system. Financial literacy isn't just about saving or earning, it's about understanding how the rules of money actually work in the real world. Lesson 6: The rich invent money. There are opportunities everywhere, but most people can't see them. Why? Because fear and doubt block their vision. Rich Dad taught Robert that money is created in the mind first. An idea, a solution, an innovation, that's where wealth begins. The poor say, "I can't afford it." The rich ask, "How can I afford it?" That small change in thinking opens doors. The world is full of people waiting for opportunity, while the rich create opportunity. They see problems and think of ways to solve them, and that's how new wealth is born. Remember, it's not about resources. It's about resourcefulness. Lesson 7: Work to learn, don't work for money. When Robert was young, he asked Rich Dad what he should study. Rich Dad replied, "Work to learn, not for money." He advised him to gain skills in sales, marketing, communication, investing, and leadership. Most people get stuck in jobs because they specialize in one skill. They know how to do something, but not how to sell it, lead it, or multiply it. The rich build diverse skills that help them adapt and grow in any situation. If you can learn how to sell, how to speak, and how to manage people, you can succeed anywhere. Every job you do should teach you something valuable that moves you closer to financial independence. Lesson 8: Overcoming obstacles. There are 5 main obstacles to becoming rich: fear, cynicism, laziness, bad habits, and arrogance. Fear keeps people stuck in job security. Cynicism makes them doubt opportunities. Laziness hides behind excuses. Bad habits lead to waste. Arrogance prevents learning. Rich Dad said, "The difference between the rich and poor is how they handle fear." Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's acting despite it. Start small. Take smart risks. Learn from every mistake. Because in the world of money, the greatest risk is doing nothing. Lesson 9: Getting started, 10 steps to awaken your financial genius. Robert ended his lessons with 10 practical steps to start your financial journey. 1. Find a reason greater than reality. Have a purpose that drives you, something more powerful than fear. 2. Choose daily. Every day, you decide between security and freedom. Choose wisely. 3. Invest in your education. The more you learn, the more you earn. 4. Master one skill at a time. Learn communication, investing, leadership, one by one. 5. Pay yourself first. Save and invest before you spend. 6. Pay your brokers well. Learn to value good advice and expertise. 7. Be an Indian giver. Expect returns on your investments. Know what you're getting back. 8. Buy luxuries last, not first. Build assets first that will pay for your luxuries later. 9. Choose your heroes. Learn from people who are doing what you want to do. 10. Teach and you shall receive. The more you share knowledge, the more you learn. Lesson 10. Final reflections. The real message of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. At the heart of Rich Dad, Poor Dad lies one simple truth. Financial freedom begins in the mind, not in the wallet. The rich think differently. They don't see money as something to earn. They see it as something to manage, multiply, and master. Education teaches us how to work for money. But financial education teaches us how to make money work for us. You don't need a lot to start. You just need to start learning, thinking, acting like someone who owns their future. It's not about becoming greedy or obsessed with wealth. It's about building a life of independence, security, and contribution. Because the true purpose of money is not just to buy things, it's to give you the freedom to live, grow, and help others grow. So, what did I learn from Rich Dad, Poor Dad? That real wealth isn't in your bank account, it's in your mindset. And when your mindset grows, your world expands with it. If this message inspired you today, remember, you're not in competition with anyone. You just have to grow 1% every day. Thank you for listening. This was my understanding of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and I hope it helps you see money and life in a new light. Keep learning, keep growing, and remember, don't work for money. Let money work for you.